Today we'll be checking back in with Solana's Sol coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see Sol go in the near future. Let's get into it. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another crypto video. Today, as I mentioned, we are looking at Sol, Solana's main coin. We're going to be performing some analysis after the big Bitcoin crash that we saw. I want to see since December 1st, which we saw Sol coin previously break out on, where we have ended up since that point. But before we get into all that good stuff, guys, please remember to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy today's video. And of course, if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. I'd also love to know your thoughts down in the comment section below on Solana. But without any further ado, let's jump straight into today's video. Welcome into the Solana chart, guys. If you're looking to buy Solana or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. And of course, as you can see, the last time, as I mentioned, we checked on this coin was on the 1st of December. And what we predicted to happen actually did come true. And in the short term, we broke through that top point of resistance that was bringing us down here, as well as breaking through our moving average of 20 days. And this key point here sitting at roughly 219, 220, which was another key point of resistance for us. But then of course Bitcoin decided to crash and we have now fallen, and we're currently sitting at 189. We got to a low and that was on the 4th of December and it was 171. So realistically our prediction was correct based on our last technical analysis, but factors unfortunately that were out of our control have caused this coin to drop, and of course the rest of the crypto market as well. But we will keep using some of these key points moving forward. I've just extended briefly out these lines here so that we can see what is going on at this point. This uptrend that we had in the long term, I'll just reset the chart, make it a bit easier to see. That long-term uptrend we have seen is now actually proving to be a point of resistance. You can see the past few days we've bounced off it and not been able to breach it. Of course, this downtrend that we saw as well, it's getting to a point where those two are going to cross. And this, in my opinion, is going to really drive the sentiment moving forward. So to be seen in the next few days. We did see that 20-day moving average though cross below the 50-day moving average, signaling a short-term period at least of a downtrend. Now, interestingly enough, I think Solana is one of the coins where we did see decent sized dumps consistently on those red days, but in comparison to many other cryptos, looking at this overall, we're still looking very, very comfortable. So not too worried from that point of view. Right now, I really think that we need to establish a point of support moving forward, just so we can understand where we could potentially be dropping to. So I'm just looking across based on previous action we've seen, and I think right about here is probably a good point. We've seen plenty of price action across the board at 170, and right now you can see that was the lowest point we bounced off. That for us at this point in time is probably worst case scenario, going down to 170 US dollars. Best case scenario at this point in time, we managed to break through right here and start moving back upwards, hopefully to try and test our 20 and 50 day moving averages. 20 days sitting at 207, 50 days sitting at 214, so realistically they're not too far off. Let's bring in the MACD now, have a look at that one. You can see that the MACD, we had just crossed green as well, and it was going to be good. All the indicators were showing that Solana and Sol coin were ready to break out and absolutely fly, but unfortunately the crypto market had other ideas. We're moving downwards, we're still moving downwards. I don't think necessarily we may have seen the peak of this red area yet, to be seen, but of course we want to see that 12-day EMA cross the 26-day EMA at some point in time. Today is probably the first point where the red volume is quite low compared to the previous week or so. So we may be seeing that occur. Next, RSI, let's have a look. I expect it to be quite low. And yes, you can see after the run it came from 58.2, which is still well within our range, but now it's gone down to 41.81. So plenty of room for us to move upwards, but of course plenty of room for us to move downwards as well. Overall, nothing we can really interpret from that one. But if I had to lay in place a prediction, I'd suggest potentially we will see another little short-term run from here. And you can see this is almost like a bit of a ascending sort of wedge type pattern, I suppose you'd call it, moving up. We're going to get to either the 10th of December or the 11th of December, and we're going to either break up or break down in quite a volatile manner. If we're breaking down, the target is 170. If we're breaking up, the target is of course this key point 219, 220 for resistance, but that is to be seen. That wraps up our Solana analysis today, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Do you think we're going to continue trending downwards for a period of time, or could we break out in the next couple of days? I'd love to know. If you did enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a thumbs up, and of course, if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe, turn on those bell notifications. But with that, I'll leave it there, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.